What is up, guys? Poledoo here. Welcome back to some more Fire Emblem 3 Houses. Last time we took on Chapter 18, a brand new map. We took down Cornelia, and Dimitri's back on the throne. So, I don't know. I guess we're gonna just turn right back around, head toward Embar. I guess we'll find out.
Part 2. Azure Moon. Garland Moon. The Golden Deer's Plea. The Kingdom Army has reclaimed the Kingdom capital and plans to immediately begin restoring the country and its forces. But an unexpected request arrives from Claude, leader of the Leicester Alliance. Dimitri promptly responds to the request for aid, and he rushes to prepare the kingdom's forces.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot at the end of last episode. Yeah, there was a message. Okay, so something with the golden deer is gonna happen. Aight. Okay. Immediately. There's a paralog open as well. Hopefully it's Dimitri.
We have received a request for aid from the Alliance. They are being invaded by the Empire. We have only just taken back 48, and yet I am already asking all of you to move out once more. Please accept my apologies for that.
That's no problem at all. More importantly, how is the Alliance faring?
House Regan has rallied the Alliance lords. They are facing the enemy with all the strength they can muster. But we do not know how far that will get them. It seems the enemy's relentless attacks have forced them into a tough situation. Their defeat at Gronder severely weakened the Alliance. I imagine the Empire now intends to destroy them before they can recover.
I mean, that's pretty much our fault. Defeat at Gronder. We wiped the field clean. So, I mean...
To think they'd watch us chase their soldiers out of the Kingdom capital, then immediately go invade the Alliance. Their general is Lord Volkard von Arundel. He serves as regent to the Emperor.
Oh! That dude! Volkard? I like his name, though.
He has presumably taken command after the Emperor was wounded in Gronder.
He is known for his shrewdness and excels not only in domestic affairs, but tactics as well. He is not an opponent we should take lightly. Lord Arundel.
Are you concerned?
I always suspected that Lord Arundel was behind the tragedy 9 years ago.
Oh?
The timing of his departure from the kingdom, the fact that he abruptly stopped making donations. Too many factors made him suspect. If Lord Arundel conspired with Cornelia, then what Kronya and the others said 5 years ago? Well, never mind that for now. The Alliance needs our help. What are your thoughts?
If we turn our back on the Alliance and then Daredrew falls, it will undoubtedly make our situation difficult further down the road. We would have enemies in two directions, in the Alliance to the northeast, and in the Empire to the south.
Very true.
It's true. In that scenario, we would not be able to safely march our soldiers to Enbar.
I am terribly worried about Lady Rhea, but I believe we must save the Alliance first.
Oh, maybe if we do this, the Alliance will help us out in return. We could ask them to help us attack the Empire. You know, a sneak attack or something.
Annie, when did you become so devious?
What would your mother think?
What? It wasn't that devious.
What do you think, Professor?
I support whatever Dimitri decides. It's march for Daredrew, which either way, we're marching for Daredrew.
Yes, I agree. I will admit that there is something to be gained for us as well, for when we eventually march south. But far more importantly, they need us. We cannot turn our backs on them. We will arrange to head out at once. Prepare yourselves, everyone.
Okay. Oh, Gilbert! Sure.
Even this town, which was a ruin, has begun to recover its energy. However, acquiring supplies is still difficult. The people living here are struggling too. This conflict must be brought to an end soon.
Let's end it ourselves.
I agree. We must seize victory with our own hands. Still, I wonder what path my life should follow once we achieve our goals.
Aren't you going back to your home?
This has been my intent. However, I sometimes find myself thinking differently. I wonder if it is time for my role here to end. Our peaceful future would hardly benefit from a war-hardened relic such as myself. I wonder if I should ask my wife to join me here, to live out our days together at the monastery. That would not be so bad a choice either. Perhaps it is the fault of last night's drink that I am indulging in such dreams of the future today.
It's important to think about the future. This isn't like you, Gilbert. Important to think about the future, I suppose.
Yes, I've learned there is strength in focusing clearly on tomorrow.
Oh.
Yes, I've learned there is strength in focusing clearly on tomorrow and allowing yesterday to be done.
Hey, it's the old fishing guy. Hi there.
Old fishing guy?
A short time ago, I instructed these children in the art of fishing.
Thanks to you, we caught a really, really big fish in the river nearby.
Is that right? Be sure you share it with your families now.
We will.
What happened to not smiling?
I did say something about that once, didn't I? I even told you to forget you ever saw me smile. But now, I would not ask that of you. Your words from when last we spoke have stayed with me. They bring to mind the king I first served. He told me not to dwell upon the dead. The dead are dead, and those who live are not bound by them. I intend to live my own life from now on.
That's a fine smile.
You have a fine smile as well. One that I could never have imagined when we first met. No matter how our titles or positions change, I hope you will always remain yourself, Professor.
Okay. What letter was that? A. Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if that was B or A. I couldn't remember. If we've gotten that many in the past. Sylvain's birthday. Okay. Sylvain. Bergamot and Saros tea.
Hey, sorry for the wait, Professor.
I really like Gilbert, though.
You've got excellent taste, Professor. This is great tea.
He's a pretty interesting character.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Wow.
It's like any time now. First crushes. Yup. Cats was not valid. Another betrayal.
Yeah.
Shareable snacks.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. And I'm counting on you. That also works. Cats pops up again. Cute monks is one of the things, though. Interesting.
You are really curious, aren't you? I'm glad you're like that.
There it is. Laugh and blush. Blush it is.
In a time like this, not a lot of people can keep their hands clean.
There we go.
Professor, you are... Is it rude to say you're a mysterious person? Because you are. Mysterious. Wow.
The wow is like the most half-assed, like, yeah, I'm listening, sure. Don't question it.
In a time like this.
All right. Actually, eat some flowers.
Thanks so
I don't know what you actually like, but
Thanks so
one less
Thanks so
thing I need to do in the monastery.
Thanks so
There we go.
Thank you for the treat, Professor. I'd like to do this again sometime.
Okay. More charm. And all the way to Sunday. So let's have a look here. The Silver Maiden. Aryan Road, the fortress city, lies on what was once the border between kingdom and empire, and is Dimitri intends to reclaim it. Okay, so that is Dimitri's paralogue. We will get to, not today, the next episode. We'll probably go to one of these dates. Whose birthday? Lauren's. Whatever. Any more supports that we happen to have? Oh, Dimitri. Is the Hanneman Annette finally open? Finally, I don't know what took so long. I'm not quite sure. Maybe it'll make more sense when we go through it. Eloise and Dimitri. So what's left? Annette, Flane, Catherine, and then 2 for Gilbert. Okay. Okay. Wait, is that the last one with Eloise? Yeah, okay. Then we'll save it for our probably decent-sized block at the end of this. Let's go. Wait, certifications. I didn't mention it. The last monastery we did. I've just been looking at Mercedes, be like, oh, you can pass. She has Mortal Savant and Bow Knight here because it was a possibility, and I thought, why the hell not? Will she ever go to them? I'd probably not, but they're there, and there's nothing else that's popped up. But I've just been kind of throwing Master Seals at her just for the hell of it, and it's working for some reason. But yeah, let's get exploring. I do need, I realize this, unit appearance. Since we have Lauren's again, we didn't put him back in his, there we go, the blue benchwarmer attire. Much better.
With the capital recaptured, I desire to call him Your Majesty rather than Your Highness. He would refuse my desire, rightfully pointing out that he has not as yet been crowned. However, the day this war is ended and the Church has placed the crown upon his head, then he will truly be our king, and I will call him Your Majesty at last. I must go hear the reports from our spies. There is something worrying me, and no, it can wait. I shall tell you more when our information is more concrete.
You plan to aid Claude, do you not? Huh, I think that is absolutely marvelous. Being opposing forces at the Battle of Gronder was ill-fated. It hurt to side against him. I am happy that things have taken a brighter turn now.
I thought there was a chance that Cornelia had captured Lady Rhea, but it seems that is not the case. Our next foe, Lord Arundel, was once a pious adherent to the Seros Creed. His contributions to the Church stopped quite abruptly some time ago. I think it is likely the man knows something.
Cornelia Arnhem. That's a familiar name, yes. She once studied in the Empire. My understanding is, shortly after I left the Empire, she did as well. Unlike myself, Cornelia traveled to the kingdom. Apparently, she halted a plague and was rewarded with a quite powerful appointment. That such an outstanding researcher should fall to such depravity. Sickening, Professor, and quite sad.
Even if we do enter Alliance territory, we're not gonna find Lady Rhea there. I wish we could leave Claude be and go attack the Empire. I suppose if we can't beat the Empire forces here, then we can't get into the Empire lands, can we? I guess that just means it's hard work time, huh, Professor?
It seems Dimitri has become downright charitable, but I believe he is operating under a serious misapprehension. It may appear as if Claude is appealing to Dimitri for aid, but that is not what is happening here. Yes, a fine example of how snap decisions based on mere appearances can lead to gross misunderstanding. Claude has asked for reinforcements from here because he knows that I am here. Simply put, he is not throwing himself on Dimitri's mercy, he is throwing himself on mine. I suppose there is nothing else for it, is there? We cannot turn our backs on those in need. Let us grant him the aid he requires.
Using the Great Bridge of Murden as a base, we'll spread out and cover as much ground as possible in our search for her grace. Judging by the information we've gathered, the most suspicious location is definitely the Imperial capital, the Hrim territory, whose leader is a mere puppet, and the Ire territory, whose leader was deposed and disappeared. The Empire has a lot of places with suspicious happenings. It's certainly worth investigating, but it won't do to take too much time in relieving the Alliance army. Please, hurry.
So House Regan has regained its influence in the Alliance and is gathering forces. Claude always was somewhat inscrutable. It's strange somehow to hear talk of his brilliance as the leader of the Alliance.
My uncle gave me some of my father's belongings, weapons, books, but there was something else that my old man really wanted to pass down. He wanted me to inherit his mission, ensuring that Dimitri ascends the throne, or so I believe.
Remember the Death Knight who stabbed me 5 years ago? Of course you do. How could you forget? Well, it turns out he's a general in the Imperial Army, claiming victories on dozens of battlefields. But it looks like he's not at Deirdre. Like every man in my life, he's run away from me. And he better run. One day I'm gonna find that guy and pay him back for what he did to me.
Lord Brodrigue Fraldarius has passed on. Margrave Gautier has assumed his position and is now gathering the lords of the Eastern Territories. House Gautier is equal in prestige to House Fraldarius. Sylvain is a Gautier. These lords are reorganizing the Fargus army and eradicating any remaining factions that claim allegiance to the Empire. Of course, His Highness is being kept apprised with regular reports, but it falls to me to monitor him and ensure he does not try to take on too much. I would ask you to do the same. If you take your eyes off that man, even for a moment, he is liable to do something rash.
It was over 20 years ago. There was an illness raging across Ferdiad, while people were dying left and right. It was Cornelia who saved the kingdom from that dreadful illness. No, I hear she was originally an Imperial scholar. She was in the kingdom by my father's invitation. People praised Cornelia as a saint for ending the epidemic. But there came a day when she completely changed. Her behavior, mannerisms, likes, dislikes, everything. Despite all that, Father still appointed her to a high post. After all, she had saved the kingdom from ruin by that disease. But above all, my stepmother trusted her. That's why what that woman said is... Never mind.
Deirdre, the aquatic capital. I've heard it's a magnificent city, you know? If we're going, I wish it wasn't to wage war. It'd be more fun to visit with a cute girl on my arm. Yeah? Maybe you and me? That'd be a good reason to survive the war.
If you travel east from the Alliance and cross Fódlan's throat, you enter the land of Almyra. House Goneril's territory touches the eastern border of the Alliance. They also have Lord Holst, the most valiant warrior in the Alliance. Tasked with keeping watch over the Almyrans' movements, he rarely leaves Goneril territory.
The Alliance leader is too demanding, and the prince is too soft-hearted, don't you think? They spilled much of each other's blood at Gronder. I lost a lot of friends to the Alliance. Sorry, I shouldn't complain. I know this is tactically sound. Everyone seems on board with it, but I'd be lying if I said I didn't have any misgivings.
It'll take a little while yet for the capital to be restored to its former glory, but it's not dead yet. Doesn't matter how many times you put the people of Ferdiad down. They'll get right back up again. Just you watch. Before long, things will be back to how they were.
Deirdre, huh? I've always wanted to go there. In Fargus, most of the towns are pretty much glorified fortresses. So to hear about a place called the Aquatic Capital, it just sounds so elegant. When the war's over, I hope I can visit with everyone there.
I went to visit my adoptive father at his home in the capital. He used to grovel at Cornelia's feet when the city was under her control. But after it was liberated, he started courting the kingdom instead. I suppose he was just doing what he needed to survive. No matter what becomes of the world, it'll always be plagued by people like him.
Claude, eh? He always was sharp among his peers. Never let himself get caught up in conventions. He wasn't typical in Fódlan. I'd like to save him if we can. I know. And I'm sure he's already calculated exactly when that will be.
hungry hero is no better than a well-fed soldier. Do you know that saying? No? That's because I just made it up. If you're hungry, you're never going to be at full strength. Keep your belly full and stay strong.
The very same night we liberated the capital, a messenger arrived from Deirdre. Claude must have predicted that we'd retake it. No, I don't think so. It takes too long to travel to Ferdiad from Deirdre for it to be chance. Claude's a hard person to read. It's obvious not much escapes his eye, though. Kind of unsettling, honestly.
Didn't they used to call Claude the Master Tactician? I want a nickname too. Maybe I'll get one if I can rescue him at Deirdre. I'll come up with a plan that's even better than his and earn a nickname for sure.
I'm glad Dimitri and Claude don't have to fight one another. I am the daughter of an Alliance Lord, though, so I suppose that goes without saying. Having to fight with your former classmates is just so terribly sad.
We're still searching for Lady Rhea. No news on that, I'm afraid. Lord Arundel, the Emperor's uncle, is the regent of the Empire. If we crush them at Deirdre, maybe we'll capture him and wring some clues out of him.
I was getting excited for our big Empire showdown. I spent so much time mentally preparing. Then we shifted focus to Deirdre. I hadn't been expecting that. But, as a knight who's sworn to serve the goddess, I cannot turn a blind ear to those who seek my aid.
I heard that Deirdre is under attack. I hope Judith is all right. She may be the hero of Daphne, but facing the might of the Empire? I wish there was something more I could do. But I can only pray and hope.
Dimitri is going to Claude's aid. How great is that? It's like we've gone back to how things were 5 years ago. It's so nice. Just imagine if 80 was there too. I suppose you can't ever really go back to the way things were in the past.
We can't actually join you on the battlefield, but rest assured that we're there in spirit. We're doing everything we can to support the army. So give it your all out there.
Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. Deirdre is known as the aquatic capital. It's a beautiful town with streets that seem to float on the water and an impressive harbor. In times of peace, it would be a wonderful place for a holiday. Anyway, best of luck in the next battle.
Need something? This one? You're all set.
I never thought I would be able to enjoy a meal with my friends again.
No one is to blame. But yes, we should eat together more often.
I think I'm improving. I must always improve.
Okay, so today's battle, there's a special here. Hopefully it's the Mercurius. We do have enough mithril to make another regalia weapon. And I want it to be the Mercurius. All right. So, what do we got? Rusted sword. Always disappointed. Though that is some woot steel over there, which I would very much appreciate. Let's come back here. Get a retribution. Over here.
I'm your girl.
We can rally stride right here.
I am prepared.
Okay, and now we can make horrible decisions. Let's see here. Oh wait, well, if I go here, we get the buff, and then we dance.
Thank you.
70 avoid. Okay. Just making sure it like doesn't disappear. 'Cause I don't know if I've tested that. Like use alert stance, dance, and then attack. Equipment durability, okay.
What's my strategy?
Over here. Let's drag back. Flame. Do I need to do all that with Flame?
At your service.
Probably not. I would like Mercedes to get things done.
Leave it to me.
Also Dimitri. Silver Sword, yes. Wait.
What's the plan?
Okay. All should be good. 26? Yeah, you deserve that. You deserve far worse, honestly. Okay. It's 2. Hey! Stop that. Alright. Only one? Yeah, I'm gonna have to run in and... Let's see here. Let's take you down. Lauren's... I want that A support here. And then all we have to worry about is... Lawrence and Dorothea. Take out the flyer. Okay, now there's nothing in his way. Gambit.
We must destroy you now.
A plus authority, look at you. There we go, there's the break. Well, one more wood steel than we had a second ago. Draw back. Can you... Nope. Shove. There we go. Rally.
My thanks.
Some rusted gauntlets. Then we can come over here. Iron. I mean, sure. 42.
The better to serve His Highness.
I mean, the dex, yes, is very beneficial for someone with lethality. But even still, not great. I'm actually kind of worried that he's not gonna survive. It looks like they're just gonna target down this and take all my experience. But as long as they huddle up, as long as they huddle up in a nice spot, you can get a nice gambit. Yeah. So we gambit right here.
It's our chance to prevail. Hate me if you must.
We kill the monster. We hit 4 of them on that disturbance. Take you down. Come back here. Dance her up. And can we double with Nosferatu? Of course we can.
I had to protect my friends.
So we'll sit here, let them all kill themselves on her while she has Nosferatu equipped. Dedu.
A threat eliminated.
Gotta kill at least something. All right. I think we are good to go. We'll physic because we can. Oh, he's like 2 points away from mastering. Okay. How close are you to mastering? Not very. Have you mastered? You're pretty close. What about here? Okay. We're nearing things. Let's see. This enemy phase. The mage. not too worried about. God damn. 30
Let's keep
when
our
they
guard.
hit, but Nosferatu keeps us alive. And they didn't hit either, so that also is a huge help. Okay, thank you for dodging that, but you also dodged my 70. Okay, whatever. $32 the paladins, not great. 42, Jesus. Again, it's the situation where all the
I don't expect forgiveness.
scary units are in these.
This is for everyone's good.
Okay, are in these auxiliary battles. You have a straight line, right? Oh, no. Okay.
Do whatever it takes.
We have to hit this, though. We
Had
do.
to be done.
Hell yeah. One of those. All the trees are on fire as well. A blessed sight to behold. How many Nosferatus left? 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. At absolute max. We'll be fine. We'll be plenty fine. Physic because we can. There we go. Mortal
I
Savant.
need to put this to use.
Mastered, but Warding Blow, I don't know that we're actually going to equip that. Like, I don't know how often Desperation, if it's ever been used. Poison Strike definitely gets used all the time. Black Magic Avoid, yes. Life Taker, yes. I want that. So maybe we can get rid of Desperation for Warding Blow? Make him even better against mages? He's very even. Like, very, like, not good. Cause he doesn't have a single like charm is his only thing in the 30s. And that's not even base charm. It's 25 base. Whatever, I'm just gonna end. Oh, that could have gone really bad. I know Nosferatu's really heavy, but goddamn. Okay, that's fine. Get all that health back.
Keep our guard.
Killed one thing at the very least. Man. Can I kill you? Well, I can do damage there at the very least. Fire.
I don't expect forgiveness.
Come over here, Marianne. Yes. Okay, we need to definitely take out the horse.
I'll cut a path for
We
His
can
Highness.
do. And then I would like. Okay, we're gonna smite. Can't go where I wanna go. Draw back there. No. No. I really do hate that that's there.
What's my strategy?
Onward.
Wait a minute. It was on top a second ago. Now it's not.
What's my strategy?
Combat art. Shove. Okay.
At your service.
That was... This shouldn't have been that difficult, but here we are. Waning shot, I'll do it because I can. Gotta get that B rank. Would be nice.
Ready when you are.
Give her a magic bow. And I mean,
leave it to me.
I'll sit here. He's gonna go over. I mean, Dedoo's not gonna kill him. Oh, she has close counter, but it's not equipped. What is that middle one? A magic +2? Okay, you don't need that anymore. Sure, it's giving you 39 magic, but I think you're doing plenty fine as is, girl. Plenty fine. In with one of those.
I'm your girl.
We're going to
So
rally
I'll do my best.
and dance. 87.
A tragic end.
There we go. More bow rank. Most importantly, hopefully, Lauren's getting all those juicy support points. It would be nice to be completely done. All right, let's just no. Bam. 43.
I won't stop marching onward.
Okay. It's like you've gotten all the way up to 35 speed, so I can't be too mad that you're not gonna give me more, or you know, a level like that, because he's finally like, he's reached there. It took a bit, but he did it. Oh, look at the save. Okay, nice blue house. Out of curiosity, I was just talking about it. I want to know. Mercedes. Ah, it's done. Okay, we can watch that here in a second. Okay, so real quick, because there were 3 options. There was 2 monsters, and then the DLC. I decided to go for the monster ones just to get them out of here. I've never seen this map before in my life. I have no idea where the hell we are. But this is a thing, apparently. I'm surprised they've given me a map that, or a possibility for a map that I've never seen. I thought I would come back just to show this. Looks fancy, I like the rain and everything. But yeah, weird.
I must always improve.
I suppose it's working.
I've learned a thing or two from battle. Technique never betrays.
Okay, unfortunately, after that map I popped in with, there was still 2 monster maps, so I couldn't really do much support grinding, because there's just no enemies. But we do have a little bit here. Dimitri did end up getting B with Gilbert, so let's finish up Eloise. Or Eloise is considering what it is. Let's do Gilbert's first.
Your Highness, it falls to me once more to instruct you in the ways of battle. It does not befit a leader to fight on the front lines. I would ask that you refrain from such conduct in the future.
I've not had to weather your lectures in many a year, and here I thought you were avoiding me.
That is a separate matter. You have a duty to consider the value of your own life.
Your words ring true, of course. I admit I was a bit careless out there. However, I have always been a man who is good for nothing but war. To best support our cause, I must carve a path through the battlefield with my own hands. I truly believe that will lead us to victory. Why the dark expression, Gustav? Do my words trouble you so?
You remind me of your father. His Majesty once said the same thing more than a decade ago, during the Northern Campaign. In you, I see his manner and I hear his words. You grow more like him with each day's passing. And in you, I am reminded of my failure and my duty to him.
I do not wish to speak of that matter. As I said before, I feel no resentment toward you.
Even so, you have changed since that fateful day, Your Highness. Perhaps too much. I worry that in your pain, you have locked away your true feelings. Your passion is dulled, and your vigor faded.
You want to hear my true feelings, Gustav? Then let me ask you this. Why did you save my life that day? Why did you not allow me to die along with the others? If you truly wish to atone for your sins, then take my life, here and now!
You would ask me to perform the unthinkable. You are the future of Fargus. Your kingdom needs you alive. That I was able to save you is my only sense of salvation. Your Highness, I repeat myself. Consider the value of your own life. If you continue risking all, be it on the battlefield or by issuing mad orders such as this, I will be forced to save you from yourself.
I see. So, you will continue to protect and serve me, will you? In that case, when I assume the throne, I will order you to work for me in the kingdom.
Your Highness, no, please.
My father would be happy to see such a day. Perhaps I will ask you to instruct me further in the ways of battle, when that time comes.
If I wish to atone for my sins, I must take your life? Deception has never been your strong suit, Dmitri. Or do you think I cannot see?
Okay.
You must know I would take my own life before I let anyone harm you.
Interesting. I like that one. Okay, oh boy. Dmitri and Aloise coming to a close.
Dmitri, just the man I was looking for. I wanted to thank you for your help.
My help? I'm not sure what you mean.
Don't tell me you've forgotten your help when the monsters attacked.
Ah, you mean the day you came up with those terribly hilarious jokes?
When you put it like that, I feel like you're the one who's kidding. Even I knew those jokes were awful. I was trying to think on my feet to raise the soldiers' spirits.
Well, you certainly succeeded. Our journey home was much easier as a result. As for myself, I am not much of an orator. I could never have done the same in that situation.
You're the only reason the gags didn't fall flat. If you hadn't started laughing when you did.
Well, I admit the jokes themselves were perhaps not your best work. But there is no harm in that. Even when you stumble, your good humor brightens everyone's mood and wins their trust.
Yeah? You think? I never thought about it like that. But if you say so, maybe I do have a knack for this.
As one who is bound to lead, I could stand to learn a lot from you. I am often told by both friends and subordinates that I am without humor. Alois, if you would be so kind, could you teach me to tell jokes?
Sure, I'm happy to help. If you want to be as lousy a joker as I am, you could surely find a better teacher somewhere else. In the stables, for example.
No. I would like to learn from you, Alois.
I see. Well, I guess I can't say no. I hope you're ready to become a wizard of wit.
I will endeavor to be a good student.
Very good. That's what I like to hear. Soon you'll be cracking wise like there's no tomorrow. Everyone will think you're a pun in the neck.
Dmitri, no. Learning the art of dad jokes. Okay, Dedu, be with Gilbert, so we'll finish that, and then all he has left is Shamir.
Impressive that you made it back, Dedu. It was you who saved His Highness from prison. We, all of us, thought you were dead.
My wounds were severe, but I managed. So long as I draw breath, I fight for His Highness.
Is that so?
But in my absence, you have protected him. Thank you, Gilbert, for returning to us.
Stop. I left once. I have wondered if I will be forced to leave once more, after this battle is done.
Would you accept that? I imagine not.
Of course not.
You are still Gustav at heart. Even now, I am not fit to replace you. Not yet. I still have a great deal more to learn. For now, All I can do is continue to be a shield for His Highness.
It is unlike you to be so talkative.
I could not be silent.
So long as you understand, I will leave the kingdom someday. It may not be until the day I die, but the time will come. This war. I'm a much older man than I was when it began. Sooner or later, someone must take my place. Do not try to carry the weight alone, Dedue. There are many talented and well-trained officers. Work together with them to assure our king's future. Do that.
Thank you for the advice. However,
do that, and when the time comes, I will rest well.
Thank you for the advice. However...
Yes?
It is too soon to treat you like an old man. You still have at least 10 years of service in you. Fargus, no. His Highness needs you. As do I. Save the old man talk for when you are truly senile.
A fair point. There's no reason to let old age make one timid.
Even as I work to surpass you, I still rely on you.
Is that so? Well then, we have more fighting ahead of us to do. We should get to it, for the future of Fargus.
Oh, I like that. Okay. The first one, a bit strange. The first one almost seemed like, in retrospect, that it wanted to be done before the time skip. Considering this one mentioned the whole prison break and everything, where the first one didn't. But I like that. That was nice. Okay. What's Annette's? Oh, Annette and Hanneman A, and then Lawrence and Mercedes A. Let's do Lawrence and Mercedes A, and then Annette and Hanneman last.
Mercedes, I have heard that you are the daughter of imperial nobility. Is that the case?
It is.
And you have a crest as well. Is that not so?
Again, it is.
Why did you not tell me? I was under the impression you were a commoner.
I didn't mean to hide it from you, but you never asked. Besides, I am considered common now. I don't care to flaunt my noble past or my crest. I have no desire to return to that status.
Then, if I may speak hypothetically a moment, does that mean that if a nobleman were to offer you his hand in marriage, you would decline?
Not at all. That's a separate matter entirely. Even if I were to fall in love, regardless of their social status, I'm not looking to marry right now.
Oh, what a relief. Forgive my rudeness. I am merely envious of your flexible outlook. It is a posture that I might very well adopt. Not to say that I hang upon your every word, of course.
You mean in terms of love and marriage?
Precisely. Status should be no impediment to love.
But if you marry a woman who isn't a noble, then haven't you neglected your duty?
Not exactly, no. What I said was that my marriage must benefit House Gloucester. So long as that holds true, the bloodline of my partner is actually irrelevant. For instance, if she bore a crest and was at one time considered noble...
Well, now that doesn't sound flexible at all. How can you know if someone will benefit your family? Would you investigate her before allowing yourself feelings? That doesn't sound very noble of you.
That is not what I...
I'm sorry, Lawrence. I was only teasing. I'm sure your lack of tact is what women find so irresistible.
Come again?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, Mercedes.
Oh, nothing at all. I hope you do your family proud and fulfill your duty.
Yes, I most certainly will.
Okay. A good ending for that. And then, okay. This one, this has been kind of like nothingness, the support, so how is this gonna end?
I'm so sorry for always taking up your time, Professor Hanneman.
Nonsense. I told you to come to me anytime you needed help. Nothing to be sorry about at all. So what can I help you with today, Miss Annette?
Oh, nothing in particular.
Perhaps not related to your studies, but I sense something else troubles you.
You see right through me, Professor Hanneman. Okay, here goes. The truth is, I've been wondering what I'll do when the war finally comes to an end.
Gilbert had a long career as a knight. I imagine he would smile on his daughter following his lead. Your marks at both the School of Sorcery and the Military Academy were exceptional. You have many, many options. The only trouble I see for you is in picking which one to chase.
You've hit the nail on the head. There's so much I want to do. I feel completely lost.
Lost, hmm? It seems to me that you're just lacking in decisiveness.
You think so?
For example, I've already been considering my own future once this war ends at last. I think I might leave Garreg Mach. I've spent a great deal of time researching crests, both in the Empire and at the monastery. Fódlan is large, with much to see and learn. It would be a shame to spend all my years in too few places.
But where will you go?
That's the question, isn't it? I've considered the School of Sorcery in Fódlan. It would be good to get a new viewpoint on crest research. There are certainly discoveries to be made. However, new places are daunting. Yet I'd have no complaints if I had a former student as an apprentice. Say, a former student who is brimming with curiosity, talented at magic, and as tidy as myself.
You don't mean me, do you?
I was merely expressing a possibility. It all depends on your own feelings and interests.
I have considered that it might be nice to be a professor like you. But I'm such a scatterbrain, and I make mistakes all the time. So I'm not confident I can manage.
Those are but minor side notes compared to your wonderful qualities, Miss Annette. You are serious in your studies and possessing of excellent character. You surpass even myself.
Do you really think so? Maybe I can do it after all.
I truly feel you could. Yes, you could accompany me to Fódlan. I think that would be most splendid, don't you?
I feel like, with your guidance, I could excel anywhere.
First, though, we must put an end to this war. The future cannot begin until we achieve victory.
That's true. I'm gonna try my hardest to make sure that happens.
I know you will, Miss Annette. You have my full support.
Okay, that was a really nice standalone. Like, I feel, I don't know, like that A support was really good, but B, B+, well, C, B, and B+, we're all just kind of, we're dusting the library over and over. That's a really weird support, just as a whole, but the A was really nice. Okay. Well, there we have it. Another episode down, more supports complete. Next time we're gonna be taking on Dimitri's Paralog. I'm excited to see that. And then another chapter, some sort of cool looking water city. I'm excited to see that. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Bye.